Candace, sister, you know I love you and George. I prayed for you guys. I prayed for you before you got married. When I spoke at Blexit back in 2019, I think it was. Back then, you were talking to the universe. You were praying to the universe. And I remember telling you directly, I said, why don't you pray to the one that created the universe? And I was so excited when I began to see you dive into the Bible and get bold about your faith and talking about Jesus. To take in the wake of this tragedy to social media and project and tell the world that he was, after living a life devoted to Jesus and the Bible and the Christian faith, he always just talked about Christianity, and he talked about the Bible, and he talked about Jesus. But to then have you go on social media and post that you believed that he was converting to Catholicism, when he's not here to say whether he was or wasn't, but to interject that at a point when America and the world is reeling over his loss, to me, it's so off that I had to make this video. Anybody that is pointing someone that is hungry, which there are millions of people right now that are hungry for what Charlie had and what he carried, and for anybody to try to point those hungry people to something other than Jesus is not right. And it needs to be called out. Manipulation is a form of witchcraft. It's often associated with that because both involve exerting control or influence over others in ways that align with deception. Manipulation, when used to deceive or control others for selfish reasons, mirrors this religious spirit of rebellion. It's usurping God's authority. It's pointing to anything other than God himself, to Jesus himself. Manipulation, especially when it employs deceit, charm, or coercion. It's also linked to Jezebel. Jezebel in 1 Kings 21. She was all about coercion and charm to get people to follow her, not follow the king. Witchcraft is tied to idolatry, which is seeking power apart from God. Manipulation also often stems from a desire to play God, controlling outcomes for personal gain. It also reflects a prideful, idolatrous heart. I say all this in love, hoping that this will wake you up, Candace, and also wake up anybody that is having their eyes taken off of Jesus. So for those of you out there that are hungry for the Bible and hungry for the faith that Charlie had, please don't let anyone or anything direct you anywhere other than Jesus. It's all about Jesus. Got a message for Pastor Jamal Bryant. You call yourself a pastor, but you are exactly the kind of religious windbag that Jesus would have said to your face, your father is the devil. I absolutely believe, without a shadow of doubt, that Jesus would have told you, Jamal Bryant, your father is of the devil. And he was speaking to the religious leaders of his time. You take to your pulpit after Charlie's been assassinated and call him a so-called Christian and point out his skin color as if that has anything to do with anything, and then poke fun at Charlie? Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, you, Jamal, are working for the devil, and you are feeding your entire flock a bunch of lies, just like your father. And that goes for any other pastor that was talking the same kind of trashy nonsense about Charlie. He had more boldness than you, more faith than you, and he was actually speaking the truth and trying to bring healing. So any pastor out there that's talking trash about Charlie, your father is the father of lies. Satan. That's who your daddy is.